This is starting to wear on me. You've been raining down like hail. I'm weak. I have tried to give you my soul, but you can't love something you own. It's too late to repair what we made. What can I do? Time flashed by and I woke up on the other side of the moon.
G'day everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Anna and this is You Got Me in Stitches. Hope everybody has had a really good week, whatever you have been doing, and stitching up a storm. Righto, coming in at you today with one make, fabric haul, pin haul, and a thrifted haul. And they're all mini. They are. You'll see. And also in my new cup, I have got me a really nice hot cup of tea. Righto, let's start off with the mini thrifted haul. This one is going to throw the colour off really crazy. The colour's not great in here with the lighting and everything, so I look really shadowy and yeah, I really don't know what's going on. But a regular white tee in cotton, elastane fabric, regular round neckline, 3/4 sleeves, and just a regular basic tee. It hits me just below the natural waistline. Next up, it's a little bit noisy, this one. It is 100% cotton fabric in this really kind of semi corporate looking shirt with the stripes going on there. I like the detailing there down the plicket that they have constructed there. It is a long sleeve shirt, which I don't have too many of. It has, you know, like the frog closures, or sometimes, you know, when you do the French knots, this kind of little button closure reminds me of that. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. There, not too bad. And then along the edging there, they have that same incorporated design there, so you could obviously attach the button into the button closure, or if you're like me, to roll that up. And it has two darts in the back. I don't know if it will actually show there because it's a semi busy fabric. And then the inside there, along the yoke, they have used a different contrast fabric, but again, it is really smart looking shirt for appointments and things. And then they have opted for covered buttons there, so I think overall great for wearing with a suit and or even jeans if you kind of wanted a semi smart casual look. The next mammoth amount, oh sorry if you could hear the little kitties there squabbling, again 100% cotton fabric. This was a brilliant find. This was so inexpensive. It was $1.50 and I pre-measured it, and it was almost 3 meters by 3 meters in length and width, and it's this blue. And originally it was a bed sheet. I don't even think it was used, but again, it goes through the laundry anyway for obvious reasons. But again, there you can see how crisp and clean that is. Now, I am either going to keep this aside for mock-ups. I don't often make mock-ups unless it's something that I'm really nervous about a pattern. and or a special garment that I would like to wear. For instance, like when I made the dress for the dressmaker's ball last year. But I may even make clothes out of this. Again, let me know if this was you, what you would do with that. Now, these are men's shirts and these are going to be a project. So first up is this one, and it's not very often that you see, if I bring it in a little bit closer, the squares there. And again, this is a long sleeve. Obviously here's a collar and stand, and okay, I've never seen that before. Look at that, guys. There, in the collar. Let me know in the comments below if you have seen that. I guess that is for extra structure. Ah, does it have it the other side? Yeah, it does. Is it the other side as well? Okay, for you experts out there, please let me know. I guess that is a structured, I mean, it is professionally installed there. I know I have seen weights in fabric garments before, especially in floaty fabrics, and obviously if people are out, they don't kind of want the wind floofing up their skirts and things, but I know that's not actually what this is for, but folding it down, it gives it that extra structure. But again, yeah, a regular man's shirt there, and the same with this one. So a stripe going on there. Again, collar and stand, long sleeve for the extra fabric, a couple of extra buttons going on there along the placket, and both 100% cotton fabrics, but I thought these two colours would work together, so when two shirts become one. So I think just on that little hint you have an idea of what I have whizzing around in my head to make. Now this one I just could not resist, so for all you guys that are kitty lovers, look, and this really super soft fabric and semi-round neckline. Well, no, it's softly actually dipping a little bit into a V, and three quarter length sleeves going on there. And yeah, I don't know what the label says inside. Okay, polyester and elastane, and made in Bangladesh, but this was thrifted, so, but it is so super soft, and here, keys everywhere, all the way around. And yeah, that could either be a little slumber tee to wear in the evenings, or just put on with regular comfy clothes if you have a kind of house day. Yeah, so that is the clothing haul there. Oh, excuse me guys. Righto, next up, pittons. Now the wonderful Rachel from the Stitch Sisters was doing a pitton de-stash, and you know what these de-stashes are like, guys. Sometimes you have to get in really quickly. So it came beautifully wrapped, and this wonderful tape measure, whoops, put it that way, tape measure ribbon, and then a little thank you, and all of these beautiful patterns. So first up is Simplicity 1983. That one definitely looks like fabric hungry design there. So definitely an occasion wear for that one. Next up, Simplicity 9971, and this is a miss, and it's a size 10. Really like it. So it's a skirt and pants, and the pants also could be made shorts. See the line out there for the suggestions, and pattern pieces. All these patterns are complete. Next up, Butterick 6482. I think that's really cute. $3968, and this is a style pattern. Kind of gives that baby doll look. Butterick 6767. Really cute design there. Different lengths. And I really like the sleeve detail there. You can play around with that quite a lot. Then finally, Weldon's 8219. It just has the pattern pieces there on the back. And I think that is a really lovely pattern, and also it has a side design going on there. So that will add a little bit of interest. Now, I know I could quite easily message Rachel. Obviously, I don't need to keep bombarding her with messages. So the tissue paper that she kindly wrapped the patterns up in. I'm not sure if this is it Swedish tracing paper, but I'm not going to crackle it too much because obviously crackling on camera, it sometimes gives that annoying sound to some people that are sensitive to sounds. So this is the paper, but it is not your regular. It is really, really strong. I mean, I am really pulling on that. Obviously I'm not going to tear it for obvious reasons, but yeah, if you guys actually know what this paper is, please put a comment below. But I mean, also I probably will message Rachel, but if it is the paper that I'm thinking it is, I may convert over to this because it would actually help with tissue fitting. And thinking about it, Rosie, I believe, had something similar to this, but yeah. Oi, you guys, I don't know, Lucy is squabbling with her son Honeycomb. I don't know, I think they are competing for the most comfiest part of the blankie that I have there on the bed. Now, keeping with the pattern theme, just quickly, I am just going to add in these two patterns that I purchased recently, and this is not from a D-stash, so the patterns that I've just shown you from Rachel from the Stitch Sisters, that was a D-stash that she was doing on Instagram. These two patterns that I'm just about to show you has nothing to do with that. This is patterns that I purchased out of my money. I caved, I finally caved. These patterns have been on my radar when they first came out. So, Titty and the Buttons, and it is the Jessa pants. Most people are familiar with this pattern now. and I would actually hope to make these up as is with the fabric that they have used on the front cover. Really like lilac colour, gives it that nice pastel look, and I think with these pants that works really well. Also the other one is the Megan Nielsen Flint pants, and again it was the tie of the tail, which I really like. And I also like that length there where it hits on the model. Just go in, you see the tie of the tail there. Yeah, sorry about the fluctuation in light. Finding with the light a little bit today, and just the way it goes sometimes, isn't it? But yeah, so I picked up those. I don't often purchase independents because of the expense, and obviously I am on a budget, and yeah, but occasionally it's okay to treat yourself. Now these fabrics that I will show you next I bought at different times, and you can order buy the fabrics online, and same with obviously the pittings, but I got it from the same lady, so I will link her site below. I don't often purchase online because obviously you don't get to touch and feel the fabrics. I prefer to actually go in, but it just depends, doesn't it? So this first one is a remnant, and it is because it is a very lightweight cotton denim here. It's coming up pretty much true to colour there, and I'm not too sure where it is now. Oh yeah, on the fold there, I don't know if that is going to show up, but the company, you know, the warehouse company where they come from, on the fold, they must have hid this in the sunlight and it left a bleach line, so hence the fabric was at a reduced amount. Do I have words today? This one I thought was so super cute. And it's a cotton poly blend, and I think I purchased 1.5 yards. The lightweight denim there, I got 2 yards of that one. So I was thinking of using this fabric for the Flint that I just showed you. I think that would work well, but again, let me know what you think. And then more recently I picked up these 2 jerseys. Couldn't resist it, guys. This one here, the beautiful animals on, bit of a safari scene going on there, and a yard each. And but this one was a yard and 1, because this was just a smidge. When you look at it on the bolt, it was just a smidge shorter. It's this one here. And I gotta have me a toucan. If you can, I can, toucan. And again, please let me know a couple of suggestions in the comments below, because I know I have made that new look top quite a few times now, and which I will be showing you in a couple of minutes actually, but there is a little bit of a issue going on with that, and also I want to make other tops besides the new look one. But yeah, so please, all ears for suggestions. If these were your favourites, what would you make with them? Righto guys, now on to the make. Again, it is the new look K6230. So you guys are familiar with this one. made at 8 to 10 in sizing, that is. And when I showed you the sheep one last week, this is a cute little hedgehog one. In this fabric I also got from the same lady, which is just the fabrics that I have showed you there, and the lady is So Jessie, and she also has a YouTube channel, but again I will link all that below. So these hedgehogs are so super cute when I actually turn it around and show you guys. Now, a bit of a very obvious issue, which you will see in the photographs at the end. When I made tweaks, and I think I actually did it pretty much on all the tops that I made, the neckline came out absolutely gargantuan. So I tape it in about a 1/4 inch just on the top neckline area, but along the raglan. So if I hold that up and show you as I talk, so just along the raglan line there where it meets the neckline, I took in about 1/4 inch around the 4 points. So obviously this is the sleeve and this is the main front, and then that will be the back piece, and just carry that down about 2 inches, and then obviously graded it in just to bring and then close the neckline in. Also when you install the neckband, that will that will also squish in the neckline a little bit, which is fine. That's the whole point, because the neckline you have to actually stretch a little bit when you install it. And I don't know if it's because of those tweaks, I don't know, I have spoken to somebody about it, but the sleeves, actually I kind of feel, so when you have your sleeves down here, the actual fabric kind of appears that it's twisting, so the sleeves themselves appear to be twisting in, the fabric sleeves, and I don't really know how to remedy that. Now obviously you go through the process of elimination, and yes, I did lay the pitting pieces out correctly on the fabric, and yes, the correct sleeves were put to the correct place, you know, following the notches, following the instructions. It's such a basic tee to put together anyway, so I don't know, but I mean, even if you just make a few little tweaks with such small increments, it shouldn't really give the appearance of the sleeve twisting around, and then you have those little sort of ruching lines going on. And then it's funny, when I lift my arm up it kind of straightens out a little bit, but as soon as you bring it down it's kind of like spider webbing under the arm side, lower down, and then following down the sleeve, like I said, just those sort of bunching ruching lines. Again, please let me know if you have any ideas, and or if you have had experience yourself with that. I don't know, because even when I look back wearing now, because obviously this is so obvious, and it was a little bit more obvious on the sheep one and on the previous makes of the same top, that I didn't really kind of notice it. I don't know if because the floral birdie one was quite heavily pitted and therefore you didn't really notice. There's a little bit going on, but not as much as the two that I've made recently. I don't know, so I'm a little bit disappointed, but what can you do? At the end of the day, I'm just telling you guys that, but I mean, if you're out and about, it's not really something that people are going to go, oh, you know, why have you got all that bunching going on there? But again, because I traced the pattern out, again, for some of you guys that are tuning into this video and you haven't seen the previous makes of this particular pattern, I added 2 inches to the length and a little bit of length to the sleeve, not much. But yeah, so this is my make, and all I did was serge throughout. You can see there. The only thing is, because this fabric curled like crazy, it's the edges. When you put it through the serger, obviously when the knife comes down, sometimes the fabric catches a little bit, and as you can see there, it has caught in amongst the stitching there. So I have got my little snips and just cut those little tiny pieces of stray fabric. Again, I think next time maybe, I did tend to do it a little bit because of the curling, because obviously the curling's going over that way, so when the knife comes it's cutting it off, but then because it's curling that way it's going into the stitching as opposed to curling the other way, and then it would be going away from the knife. But obviously you're going to get tension with the knife going up and down anyway, so the fabric will kind of move with that, and it didn't matter how careful I was serging, some of that was curling enough that the stitches were catching just those little bits of fabric. And again, doing my best to tidy that up, but perhaps next time if I make a similar top like that with such curling fabric, maybe I would drop the knife so then it wouldn't have that, or just place the fabric along the alignment just so the knife itself does not actually catch the fabric, and therefore the needles would just then hammer through the fabric and do what sergers do and serge. But yeah, this is such soft fabric. It is so comfortable to wear, and we're gonna get me comfy clothes, haven't we, sometimes? But yeah, that is my make. Righto, just before I go, instead of teenage Ashley putting a little override about what the mannequin is wearing, she's just wearing fabric. That is not a make. That is just some leftover jersey fabric from the new look top that I have just shown you guys, and I literally just put it on the mannequin, and that is how it has come out. So yeah, it is just fabric, and then I have just folded it around. I'll show you. See, it's just a piece of fabric that is draped over the mannequin. So I thought I'd better put that in there at the end in case anybody asks and says, what's the mannequin wearing? Yeah, just fabric, new look, you know, the new look, not new look as in the name, but yeah, so that's it guys. Righto, thinking of everybody around the world with everything that is going on. Also, today's video is different. Last week I mentioned I was going to put up a video perhaps chatting about one or two topics, and just at the moment I'm just kind of not in the headspace to do that kind of video. And also I've been writing down my thoughts and everything of what to talk and tell about in that video, and yeah, so yeah, today's video was a little bit different. This probably would have been the Wednesday video, but it's today. Anyway, thinking of everybody with all the coronavirus and everything going on, thankfully where I am on the planet it's not too bad, but I also am aware of people, you know, going through that personally. So yeah, my thoughts go out, but as long as we all help each other and we're kind and considerate and patient and everything like that, we will conquer this. So we won't let these things take over, will we? Righto guys, thank you so much for your time, for watching, and for those of you that leave your wonderful comments, again, very much appreciated, and it's really lovely to interact with you, and I think that's just very, very kind that you take your time out from your busy schedule, lives and everything, and you come and watch me yak on. But righto, that may or may not be a Wednesday video. If not, I will see you guys on Sunday. So thank you so much for watching as always, and happy sewing, and take care everybody.